The Saucony Endorphin Speed 4 might be one of the best daily trainers of 2024. With its poppy PWRRUN PB foam, its winged nylon plate, and its super comfy upper, this daily trainer covers all the bases from slow and easy miles to the sticky summer long runs. If you're looking to buy one shoe this year, the Saucony Endorphin Speed 4 might be the perfect choice.
What's going on, guys? Long time no see. My name's Chris. I am a runner, usually, that likes to talk about running and running shoes on YouTube. And today we're here to talk about the Saucony Endorphin Speed 4. Very fun shoe. I can't wait to talk about this. So I will admit I did not run in the Endorphin Speed 3, which is another banger last year. A lot of people like to run in that shoe. You see it all the time. But I was a huge fan of the Endorphin Pro 3 and the Endorphin Elite. So I ran in the Endorphin Pro 3 at Boston and the Elite in Chicago. Like, huge fan of the Endorphin line. And when I knew that the redesign and the newest model of the Speed 4 was coming out, I was pretty excited, got my hands on it, and got injured a few months before it was announced. So I've been kind of running in it. But recently I've been able to actually put some real miles into this shoe, and it's a very well-rounded, it's a shoe for kind of everybody and everything. Like, really excited about this shoe. I was recently at a Fleet Feet shakeout run for the Indy Mini, and Saucony had a whole bunch of these to demo, and everyone was wearing them. It's a really fun shoe. So the Endorphin Speed 4 is made basically for your everyday training, but it's also there to help you pick up the speeds when you want to do some like track work, some I would say like marathon repeat sessions. And I think you could probably race a half or a full marathon in this, depending on your level of athleticism and how strong your legs are. Mine are not strong at the moment, but this is a great shoe for pretty much any kind of event and any kind of workout. And I've been gone for a little while, and I want to explain myself just for a few minutes, and then we'll get right into the review of the Endorphin Speed 4. Starting back in November, I started having like pain in my left leg, right around the knee, and I'd gone in and I'd seen 3 or 4 specialists now. I've done nerve conduction studies, x-rays, MRIs, therapy. I've had a procedure done called a hydrodissection on the nerve, and nothing seemed to help. My leg just, I couldn't run on it. I mean, it would be after about a mile, it would just be pain, kind of shooting along the knee, similar to what like IT band syndrome feels like, but a little more precarious. Couldn't quite pinpoint where it was, but it was kind of wreaking havoc. It's still not 100% gone, but it has definitely turned a corner, and I've recently been able to rack up some miles and start running frequently again. I also started using something called the lever movement system, which is like a suspension rack for your treadmill. You basically put on these special tight shorts. They have pulleys on them, and these bands kind of pull you up and remove the weight that your body has on your legs while you're running, creating a assisted running kind of sensation, and that's also helped me start running again. So that's been going on. That's had me down for months. Also, on top of that, while I was down, while I've been trying to figure out what I'm going to do, I've had a hernia pop up, and it's pretty bad. So I'm going to have that repaired next week on Friday, and I have a second hernia that I have to have repaired as well, from when I had open heart surgery about 10 years ago. So next week, 2 hernia repairs, so I'm definitely not going to be running for a while after that, unfortunately. But I'm glad to be here today, and I'm excited to talk about the Endorphin Speed 4 because it was a really fun shoe. I've also been putting miles into the Hoka Skyward X, and I'll be talking about that next week. And then I've got a handful of other shoes that I can't wait to talk about. I just have not been able to put miles in them, and I hate to review a shoe that I've never run in. I just don't think that that's fair. I can't really speak to it, so I'm going to hold off on those shoes, but I do have a handful of other shoes. Cielo X1, the New Balance Elite, the newest model. I've got that. I have the New Balance Rebel. I've got the Wave Rebellion Pro, the Atreyu carbon-plated racing shoe. I've got some shoes that I'd love to talk to you about and review. I just can't yet, so we'll get to that. Let's talk about the specs and the Endorphin Pro 4. The Saucony Endorphin 4 is made with the Saucony's squishy premium PWRRUN PB foam. It's kind of the same foam that you're going to find in the Endorphin Speed 3 and 4. You're also going to see it in the Endorphin Pro 3. And I haven't gotten my hands on the Endorphin Pro 4 yet, but I'm kind of assuming you're going to have a similar feeling in that as well. And you're going to see there's a lot of reviews on YouTube right now for both shoes. I've just now been able to get a decent amount of miles in this shoe. That's why I haven't talked about it yet. So some of my favorite things about the shoe are the upper. It's extremely breathable, extremely comfortable, very similar to the Endorphin Pro 3. I did use this shoe for a lot of easy miles since I am kind of working on getting my leg back to normal. I did do some speed work in this shoe. I also ran a half marathon I probably shouldn't have ran, but I ran it with a friend in this shoe. And it's very responsive, it's very bouncy, it's very comfortable. It's a shoe that kind of wraps your foot perfectly. It reminds me a lot of the upper in, like I said, the Endorphin Pro 3, which I wore in Boston, and I also ran a couple of half marathons in that shoe. They're both just very breathable uppers, and they kind of wrap your foot perfectly. There's not too much tension. It feels great. And then that PWRRUN PB foam is, it's special. So it's very comfortable foam. They're putting it pretty much in everything they've got now. There's even some in one of my favorite shoes last year, the Kinvara Pro, which is, I guess, not coming back. But it's a great foam. It's great for keeping your legs feeling fresh. There's a lot of compression in the foam, but then a lot of explosion when it comes back, when it has the release that it does. It's just a very fun, bouncy shoe. And I love squishy, bouncy shoes. So I liked it for pretty much everything I used it for. It still looks pretty damn good, considering it's been out for, I want to say I've taken this out for 7 or 8 runs in mostly crap weather. So it's kept its color and its shine very well. I think something that I didn't feel like when I was picking the speed up, and again, I wasn't picking the speed up a lot in this, so it might not be fair of me to say, but I didn't get the sensation that it was instigating a toe off like you might get in other shoes, especially with the plate. This doesn't have a carbon fiber plate. I believe this is like a nylon plate, or a might be a fiberglass plate, but it is not carbon fiber. But I didn't get necessarily the pop that you would expect to get in a plated shoe, but it was still, I mean, maybe it reminded me a little bit of the speed that you still get in like the Super Blast. There's no plate in the Super Blast, but it still has speed to it. It still offers some bounce, and it still feels like it's pushing you a little bit, but it's not the same as a truly plated shoe. So it didn't get up to speed in that way for me, at least, and in the ways that I used it. I hope to be back to reviewing shoes a lot more frequently and a lot more often soon, but once I have surgery, it's probably going to be down to observational videos, if anything at all. And I don't know if that's something you guys really want to hear from me, me talking about just different aspects of what it's like to be a runner and the different things I do with running. I'd love to talk about those, but I also don't want to bore people. And there's a lot of videos on YouTube, especially running videos. So, Alright guys, so short and sweet, nothing special. I just wanted to let you know that the channel is still alive. I know it's been a long time since I've uploaded video, but I did want to get this one out. I feel like I put enough time and work into figuring out what the shoe is about that I could talk about it, and I do think that I will be able to do the same with the Hoka Skyward X next week, so keep your eyes out for that. I will post a video probably right after surgery to talk about kind of what I'm feeling. Not the first runner that's ever had a inguinal hernia repaired, but this isn't open surgery, so it is going to require some time, unfortunately, but hopefully I will feel a lot better when I'm done. No cycling, no running, probably just a lot of walking for a while. So anyways, have you guys ran in the Endorphin Speed 4? What did you think of it? Was it fun? Did you like it? Did you find it to be kind of middle of the road? I'd love to know your thoughts. Also, once we get to 1,500 subscribers, I will be giving away my size 8 Nike Vaporflies, which I believe have like 20 miles in them. They are the, I'm going to grab them real quick. They are the Iliad Kipchoge colorway. It looks a lot darker than it actually is because I did some track work in it, but this is just not a shoe for me, I don't think. And I was really excited to get it, but again, wide feet didn't work. So once I hit 1,500 subscribers, there will be a giveaway. Size 8 Nike Vaporflies. So look forward to that. Also, as always, if you like what you saw here today, please consider subscribing to the channel, like this video, check out the other video reviews I have for other shoes. I'm going to try to keep these coming. I'm going to try to pick up the speed a little bit. I know it's been a while, and hopefully we'll have more content for you coming out a little more frequently and soon. So anyways, guys, thanks for sticking with me. I appreciate your support during this very challenging time. But honestly, I really do appreciate it. As always, have fun out there, stay hydrated, and catch you on the flip side.